We're gonna loosen up this bolt, use a 15mm socket. Oh, it's just spinning in there. That's not good. That just took a 30-minute job and turned it into a 3-hour repair. Let's fix it the right way. This is actually a pretty common problem on knuckles that have this type of pinch bolt here. You can see where it broke. There's actually an area where that's open to the elements and corrosion gets in there and causes the bolt to weaken. And then when you go to take it out, it's gonna snap right there. So anytime you have this type of knuckle setup, you gotta be careful, this could happen. In the event that you're gonna be replacing some front end components, take a good look at your knuckle and see what kind of condition it is. If it's badly rusted like ours here, you might wanna think about getting a kit from 1aauto.com that comes with the knuckle, the ball joint, sometimes even the wheel bearing all together. You don't have to think about it. It's gonna save you time and money and headaches from having to replace more components or drill out components while you're doing the job. I'm not gonna mess around with trying to separate this on the vehicle. I'm gonna take this all out as one and we're gonna take it over to the bench, take a better look at it over there. Something to think about before you take this all apart is the age of the vehicle and the amount of rust on there. We're struggling with the sway bar link, another reason why to buy a kit. We're just gonna cut this off, put a new one in. Let's take a good look at this. Now that we have it out, we can see where the rust buildup is. This looks like it should be in the bottom of an ocean, how much rust is on here. If you take the old bolt, you can see right where it broke. We've got the new bolt and the old bolt. And they should pinch together to make sure the ball joint sits in there. You can see the new one and the new knuckle slides right in place. And then the bolt, when it tightens down, it's gonna tighten down that knuckle to the ball joint so it doesn't loosen up. It should just be able to slide out like that. Unfortunately, with the rust buildup on this one, it's not gonna slide out. It's gonna be a lot of work just to get this one separated. Now I'm gonna transfer over the wheel bearing and backing shield over to the new knuckle. It's gonna be easier to install this with just the bearing and shield on it and then install the lower control arm. Unlike when we took it apart all as one unit, the reason we had to take it apart was because it's stuck together. So after we're doing that, we're gonna just show you how hard it is to drill this out and even see if we can separate the ball joint from the knuckle. Separate this. Now that slid off really easy because the bearing has been replaced before. Some of these do get stuck in here because of rust buildup, just like this. And the amount of force you have to take the bearing out can sometimes mess up the knuckle. Another reason to get the knuckle, the hub, and the lower control arm all as one. All right, let's see if we can drill this out and see if it's even usable at all. I'm going to start out with the larger drill bit just so I can get it centered. So after all that drilling, I didn't even get it close to center. I mean, it's definitely close to center, but if I keep drilling, then it's gonna be off. All right, with this off center, that's not ideal. We could keep going, but it's not gonna be a good repair or good fix. Even if you keep stepping the drill bits up to the size of the bolt, you're gonna have to tap it and it's gonna be off center. It's not gonna be where it's supposed to be. The only way to get this centered would have been putting it in a drill press, but you'd need a special jig just to make sure this is set up correctly. We don't have that. You probably don't have that at home, so again, you're going to struggle with this as well. We're going to try to separate the ball joint from the knuckle. We're going to put it in a vise, give that a tap, try to separate this, and go from there. We're going to use a chisel and just try to separate this a little bit to try to spread it apart. Let's spread a little bit. And I'll give the arm a couple hits, try to get this off. There it is. So that was a pain. You don't want to spend your time trying to get this apart and then trying to machine this right. Just do it right the first time. Get the parts you need at 1aauto.com and you can fix it and save from headaches from drilling this for hours. Don't waste your time.